Hello everyone, I am Undead Horde and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be taking a look at day 28 of our daily quest on the Undead Horde only account. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. We're going to collect our free artifacts. Super grateful game. Can you stop giving me all these pop-ups? Really appreciate it. Are we done? Claim rewards. There are no rewards. Okay. This is full. That is phenomenal. We're going to collect our mystery shard. We're going to collect our apprentice pack. We're going to take a look at the quests, okay? We got to do that for a second. I need to say beat 3 campaign bosses. Okay. So, what I didn't know is that this information cycles, okay? Sometimes it'll be beat 3 bosses. Sometimes it'll be beat campaign 7 times. Okay? The requirement to still use 50 energy is still there. And so, unfortunately, no matter how you break it down, I still have to run in dungeon at least 4 times where I'm at. If I want to go through that energy requirement. So that's a thing. Unfortunately, it's not a big deal. It's just one of those things that it has to be done that way. Oh, you're gonna see something, and I feel really stupid for this. I had 3 ancient shards, but the progressive chance was going on. There was a chance of getting an Undead Horde, so I did a separate video on my own in which I recorded it and opened them, and I didn't get anything, so that video is going to be seen by nobody. Just got a bunch of rares, 3 rares, so kind of embarrassed by all of it. It was just so stupid, and I got trigger happy by like the thought of what I could get, and it just doesn't work out that way ever. So what do I have to do? 18 plus 18 is 36 plus 18 is 52. So if I just run this 54. So if I just run this 3 times, it should be enough to beat the 50 energy that I need, if my math is correct. It usually isn't, but I think my math in this situation should be pretty close to being there. And that's something that, like, you know, what I'm doing when I make these videos, it has to be a certain level of optimization, right? Because I absolutely need to figure out the best way to get these things done, but still giving me the most advantage on my account. Is there faster dungeons that I could run to lessen, or faster campaigns that I could run to lessen the time? Yes, there absolutely is. So why don't I do some of them? Well, it's because of the convenience of getting the sorceress drop that I run this one. This one will get faster as UDK's build becomes better, or as I get a better campaign farmer. Me doing this is going to go by so much quicker, but unfortunately this is what it is for now. The nice part is because the daily quests rotate as long as I'm paying attention. Some days this section should be at least a little bit shorter some days versus other days, just because of the fact that I only have to run it 3 times versus having to run it 4 times. Does it save much time? No, but it saves about a minute and 30 seconds, I think it is what a run is for me. So it saves whatever the run time is. It'll save roughly about that time, maybe give or take 2 or 3 seconds, which doesn't ultimately matter. So it's a lot of convenience, and that means I just completed 2 missions by doing this, and that's pretty good. Everything else you just kind of suck it up and do. Like there's like Live Arena. The only way that Live Arena gets better is if my team just gets better. And I probably should adjust and look at my Live Arena team. I haven't looked at it. like haven't looked at changing it in so long. I think the team does fine. Could I come up with a better team? I'm sure I could, but it's like it works for now, but I feel like there's probably room for upgrades in that. A couple things I wanted to talk about, and some people already know this information or not, so I'm sorry this going to be repeat information. I have officially decided what my video schedule is going to look like. Okay? The video schedule is very simple. I'm going to be doing this series, the Undead Horde series, every single day, Monday through Sunday. That's not going to change. What is going to change is that every day, except for Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays with an asterisk, will be double upload days. So Monday through Friday is going to be double upload days for sure, with potential of there being a double upload on Saturday. So the double upload will be as follows. Monday will be Undead Horde alongside of Poison Man. Tuesday will be Undead Horde alongside of Free to Play. Wednesday will be Undead Horde alongside of Defense Only. Great Sorceress grab there. Thursday will be Undead Horde alongside of Void. And Friday will be Undead Horde alongside of Free to Play. No, I'm sorry. It'll be Free to Play on Thursday, Void on Friday. I knew I screwed that up. So it'll be Free to Play every other day, or twice a week, and everything else will get 1 day a week, and Undead Horde will get the entire 7 days. And Saturday there will be a chance in which I would upload additional videos. That would be things like commentary stuff. It would be things like if I want to talk about a challenge that I'm doing, then that information would be put out there. YouTube goals, champion kits, things like that. Like any other type of any content that isn't related directly to any of the accounts would go on that day. So that's, it's a very busy schedule and stuff like that. I'm going to try it out for now, see how that works. I'm going to give it a good attempt for 2 or 3 weeks and see how I like it. And if it works out, then great. If it doesn't end up working out, if I feel like it's just too much on my plate and stuff like that, then I will adjust accordingly. And it'll give me a good time, at least over the course of 2 weeks, to really see what videos do better than others. And so if I do need to kind of take a break or take a step back on some things, it gives me a good chance to figure out what those things are that are worth me taking a step back from, and maybe what things I need to put better focus into, or, whatever else. All right. So that's what the plan is. You guys will have to let me know what you think of the plan, and we'll go from there. And you guys will have to know, if it's too much or not. I will also be spreading the videos apart. So obviously I'll have Undead Horde go up as I make it at nighttime. It usually gets posted around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I really could adjust that if I really wanted to and have it set up for an actual time frame and have it be 8 o'clock it'll go up. But there is actually often times in which even at that point in time in the morning when I wake up, it has already received some views and some likes and some comments. So it must be a time frame that works for some people out there. And so I'm okay with keeping the upload as it is. But as for the additional one, that would probably start happening a little bit later on from the first upload. Just going to give them a couple hours apart or something to give them each room to breathe. So the second upload will probably go up, for me, probably 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And that's Eastern Standard Time. And see how that does. It's obviously it's hard because I don't know where, and this is I guess the problem that every YouTuber will face eventually, is I don't know where everybody lives, or where the majority of my audience lives. And so it's hard to be well, I'll just post my content in a good time for where most of my audience lives. That's great, except as my channel grows, it'll be a lot harder to make that happen. And right now, there could be such a diverse amount that it doesn't really matter. But people who care, they will come around, they will watch my content as they see fit on their own time. And so I shouldn't worry too much about the upload thing anyways. You know, that's like what people do. I oftentimes will not get to most people's videos until like a day or two later for most content creators, and that's just what it is. So that's that in the realm of additional content and whatever else. There's another video, and I'm thinking about making this as a separate video of discussion. Maybe I'll wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll make it an actual video, and make it more like 10 minutes long to discuss some things. But it'll be an important video to watch for anybody who's thinking about doing YouTube. So look out for that. That'll probably be coming out. Actually, probably I'll be recording it tonight. I'll be ending this recording and probably jumping on recording that one. So it'll probably be uploaded by tomorrow, which would be Sunday for everyone. So where are we at? We did our 5. Great. So we can collect all of this. The only thing we have left to do, summon, tavern, artifact, demon lord, and then we're golden. So first things first, let's do the artifact. That's not what I was originally going to say. I was going to start hitting some lyrics for you guys, but I realized that would be really cringy, and I'm not going to do that. What is this crapola? Bad. None of it feels great. The helmet could be good if I get into speed. One into speed, one into base attack. That's not... Doesn't feel good. Oh, we're having clan discussion? Am I missing this? Champion. Yowza. It's weird that all that information stays. Alright. Sorry, got completely distracted there for a second. Alright, let's take a look. We'll do our shard summons. Well, there was something I did on one of my accounts. I feel like I'll be getting at least a little bit. I don't know if I want to necessarily call it luckier, but I guess so. With getting rare drops in the mystery shards, it feels like it's happened a little bit more often than not as of recently, and so here's hoping for some big things. But you know, I got a Banshee. On my free-to-play account, I actually got a Banshee summon from Mystery Shards, which was really cool and could be really nice on this account. But I digress. Actually, I've got no Ascension for her. Okay. So I did miss, for those who had mentioned it in the comment section, I did miss the Magic Keep. Okay? It happens. Okay? Sue me, I'm bad at being a YouTuber. So next Wednesday for sure, I will grind out and I will get Banshee ascended probably all the way. If I can do it, I will go for her full shot. Also, this is what her skills are at. Her skills are not fully booked. I will be working on grabbing more books for her by completing through some stuff, and that's also not great for how things have been going as of I got another sorceress. Where did she go? Did I put her away and... Oh. Was my thing full and she went into the box? My thing was full and she went to the box. My bad. Going crazy. I have not collected any of this stuff in a while. Okay. It usually feels like it's a couple of days before I go through and I actually like legit collect some of this stuff. So inside my I don't know. So we'll give the additional skill to Sorceress. I do want to fully book her. I think there is some use into doing that. People may or may not agree. That's fine. You can have your own opinion on the subject. All right. So Demon Lord Clan Boss is the last major area that we focus on. And it's a good time. So we just get the singular chest today. I was told that I'm an idiot. Nicely. But the reason why my test didn't work as well last time, and this was a multifold, I didn't hit the preset. I didn't hit the little box. And so we're going to redo the test and see what happens. Okay? The test is real. The test has to happen. I don't care what people say. All right, so Frozen Banshee is 355. Okay? 355,000 damage. We're going to go to team setup. We're going to hit the box. This is the new team. Okay? That's all I should do, right? Now, Frozen Banshee has our A2 disabled. And we're going to see if that changes anything. Base results, if that changes anything. Whoa. We dropped a ton of damage in general. We went from 444 to 296. That's crazy. But Frozen Banshee increased by 11,000. So she did do more damage. But I am aware that Ascensions help out a lot, especially with the skills, especially with Ascension-based skills, as I have been informed of. Banshee on her A1 needs to be ascended. She needs to be ascended to 3 stars so she can actually gain the additional poisons, the actual poison effect on the A1, and that's where a lot of her damage will actually come from. And so she's basically useless right now because she doesn't actually have the poisons going on, and that is simply a mistake. I didn't realize I thought her ascension was something different for some reason, and I didn't prioritize ascending her when I should have, and it's an oopsie. I don't look at my champions enough. I don't do certain things enough, and that is a mistake on me. So I apologize. It's like I said, a lot of the times with this, I'm jumping in from work. I'm just going on the account, jumping on, completing the dailies real fast, and at the end of the day is when I'm generally sitting down and just letting like dungeons run in the background while I'm doing other things like eating and getting ready for bed and stuff like that. And so I do tend to miss out on things that should be obvious but are not necessarily to me, that I just kind of glance over and whatever else. So I understand it can be, I'm sure there are some people who are watching this who are frustrated by that and would expect probably better optimization, would almost prefer it. And stuff like that. And so, for those who are a little bit more adept in the game and would like to see a little bit more better content, I guess is what I would say. I am working on it. I do apologize. I will make much better efforts when I can at the end of the night to even spend like a half an hour of time looking at my champions, maybe looking at builds, looking at where I can grow, making notes, seeing what is open for ascensions to get those potions, see if I have any champions that could use it, and actually start putting a much better look into all of that, and actually having better progression than what I seem to be giving, because it does feel like I've hit kind of a stagnant point in a lot of this, and I do apologize if people feel that way, where they feel like the content has blatantly become stagnant and with not a lot of progressing forward. It's gonna feel this way for a while because there's not a ton of champions on the account. They're not overly strong, and so there's only so much I can genuinely do to move forward. It's not an excuse, not necessarily an excuse. It will eventually become a thing of a problem that I will need to eventually figure out. But, part of it is the truth, but part of it right now is I can't be saying that as the truth fully because there are still things that I can do actively on the account now that I'm not doing that would even push me a little bit forward into additional progression and stuff like that I'm just not doing. And and that's on me. Things like, and I have been trying to pay more attention to actually like tournaments and stuff going on. And I feel like I've done a bad job at talking about that. And so I want to start sitting down more at the beginning of the videos and even just doing like a 2 or 3 minute overhaul of like, I'm working on this tournament. This is where I'm at in progression, or this tournament has ended and this is where I placed. And these are the rewards that I got. If I got anything besides the personal rewards and stuff like that. And so there are things that I know as a YouTuber I could do a lot better. That I could do a lot better for you guys and actually giving out proper information on the details of the account. And as I'm figuring it out with this account, it should make things a lot better and hopefully a lot more coherent for my other accounts moving forward. The free-to-play account, I've definitely taken a little bit more measures at being a bit more serious about. And so hopefully speaking that account comes across a little bit better for some people. Because it feels like this one, it's growth. Like I'm still learning. And that's what's going to happen. But I do want to feel like I'm not completely like, being stupid about everything. Like I do want to feel like, whatever. I'm just losing it now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out the Discord. It is in the link of the description. I've got to start putting information at the beginning of the video, but I'm bad at it. Discord down below. Please join it. We desperately need more people to join the conversation. There's like 3 of us on there. And just getting more people would liven some things up and we have good discussions. And you guys might hear new information about channel videos, challenges, stuff like that if you're over there, because we discuss that type of stuff every once in a while. And if that's something you guys want to be a part of, then you should really go check it out and be a part of that. Again, thank you guys, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Peace.